For our bicentennial, the University of Michigan celebrates the extraordinary graduates who have built our ongoing tradition of excellence. We celebrate all who have made us everything we are, a living, transformative place of learning, a place of social good. We celebrate those who came here, the graduates who now carry forward the value of a Michigan education as the leaders and best. As we recognize this 200-year milestone, we honor 10 recent graduates of distinction and promise. In honor of the class of 2017, we present them as inspirations to all who aspire to the greatest traditions of our university, the University of Michigan. Presenting our Winter Commencement 2017 Bicentennial Alumni Award recipients. Rebecca Alexander inspires others with her ability to overcome adversity with grace and courage. Born with a rare genetic disorder called Usher syndrome type 3, she began losing both her sight and hearing during her teen years. A psychotherapist and motivational speaker, she also teaches spin classes and metabolic training while regularly competing in extreme sports and fitness activities, including the 600-mile AIDS bike ride from San Francisco to Los Angeles. She relays her life story in her first book, Not Fade Away. For the past 2 decades, Tanya Allen has focused on pursuing, executing, and investing in ideas that advance her hometown of Detroit and improve the plight of its underserved people. Tanya is currently president and CEO of the Skillman Foundation, where she aligns the complexities of education reform, urban revitalization, and public policy with the goal of bettering the well-being of Detroit's children. In 2016, Crain's Detroit Business included her on its 100 Most Influential Women list, and in 2015, the Detroit News named her Michiganian of the Year. Mezzo-soprano Carla Dirlakoff Canales uses her astoundingly beautiful voice for both opera and advocacy. In 2014, she became the first singer ever to win the prestigious Sphinx Medal of Excellence, an honor bestowed upon her in a ceremony and concert at the Supreme Court of the United States. A year later, she was the first opera singer to be named one of Foreign Policy's 100 Leading Global Thinkers of 2015. For her over a decade of advocacy work with underprivileged youth, the U.S. State Department recently conferred upon her the title of Cultural Envoy. Actor, singer, songwriter Darren Criss is a multifaceted artist with an illustrious career spanning work in television, film, music, and the stage. Following his graduation from the University of Michigan, he and a fellow theater department alum founded Star Kid Productions, a company that has created over 10 original shows, sold out 2 national tours, and released multiple Billboard-charting cast albums. His many TV credits include his role as Blaine Anderson on the Emmy and Golden Globe award-winning series Glee. Darren is a spokesperson for the United Nations Children's Fund, an advocate for the LGBTQ community, and a recipient of Variety Magazine's Power of Youth Philanthropy Award. Structural biologist and chemist Kathy Drennan is acclaimed both for her pioneering scientific work and her contributions to teaching innovation in her field. Professor of Biology and Chemistry at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, she concurrently holds a prestigious Howard Hughes Medical Institute professorship and investigatorship. Her award-winning work offers insights into DNA synthesis and into the structure of metalloproteins, proteins involved in numerous biological processes. She has created and shared free resources to encourage effective teaching for students in biology and medicine. Reproductive endocrinologist and infertility specialist Sinead Fisayo is a global leader in expanding access to reproductive health and reproductive rights. As Director of International Programs at the Susan Thompson Buffett Foundation since 2015, Dr. Fisayo has overseen international grant-making to advance women's health and reproductive rights. She is the former director of the University of Michigan's Center for Reproductive Medicine and founding executive director of its Center for International Reproductive Health Training, where she helped U of M forge strong partnerships with Ethiopia's Ministry of Health. Professor Heather Hill tackles the urgent issue of teaching, especially mathematics teaching, in the United States through a combination of instructor assessment, training, and public policy recommendations. At Harvard, she created a variety of survey tools to evaluate the quality of math instruction. She has also collaboratively developed coaching programs for math educators used, for example, in New York City schools. As co-director of the National Center for Teacher Effectiveness, her efforts impact policymakers at various levels. Professor Matthew Kochen is recognized worldwide as one of the leading environmental economists of his generation. A principal authority on markets for environmentally friendly products, he has placed this topic at the forefront of research in environmental and public economics. In 2013, Professor Kochen served as Deputy Assistant Secretary for Environment and Energy at the U.S. Treasury Department. He currently serves on the Environmental Protection Agency's Environmental Economics Committee. According to the New York Times Book Review, highly acclaimed author Jesmyn Ward chronicles our American story in a way that is raw, beautiful, and dangerous. Hailed as one of the standout writers of her generation, her stories are largely set on the Gulf Coast of Mississippi, where she grew up and still lives. Her novel, Salvage the Bones, won the 2011 National Book Award. In 2017, she was awarded the MacArthur Genius Grant and a second National Book Award for fiction for her most recent novel, Sing, Unburied, Sing. Charles Woodson is one of America's most celebrated gridiron stars. His many achievements as a Wolverine culminated with the 1997 National Championship and winning the Heisman Trophy. After a successful 18-year career in the NFL, he is currently a football analyst for ESPN. He established the Charles Woodson Foundation, which supports pediatric research at University of Michigan's C.S. Mott Children's Hospital and von Voigtlander Women's Hospital. Since 2008, his foundation has provided multiple scholarships to promising students. For these individuals and the University of Michigan, it has been a journey filled with many paths, all connected by a passion for learning, for creating, and for contributing to our world.